Lost in Stars. Remix full bass every day. Subscribe now.
I was doing something completely unrelated when the mind went somewhere on its own. Not a choice, just a direction it already knows. You, before I even knew I'd gone. And this is how it always starts, with nothing and then all at once. Not a decision, being surprised. A stranger's laugh across a crowded street had your exact timing in the second note, and I stood still for longer than made sense before the street remembered I was in it. And I've checked the playlist and the route, but every corner of the ordinary holds you. Every room has figured out your specific wants. Try to find a gap that has no address of its own, and every gap already has your fingerprint inside it. Find you everywhere, and I've stopped being surprised. Finding you is not a choice I'm making. The finding happens, I receive it, and receiving takes less energy than all the fighting that I tried before. Every room, every Tuesday, every ordinary corner, every gap in every task, every unremarkable hour. The whole week has been rearranged around your absence. Find you everywhere, in every place you're not. Find you everywhere, every room, every Tuesday, every ordinary corner, every gap in every task, every unremarkable hour. The whole week has been rearranged around your absence. Find you everywhere, in every place you're not. Find you Find you everywhere. Finding you is not a choice I'm making. Finding you is not a choice I'm making. Finding you is not a choice I'm making. The finding happens, I receive it, and receiving takes less energy than all the fighting that I tried before. Every room, every Tuesday, every ordinary corner, every gap in every task, every unremarkable hour. The whole week has been rearranged around your absence. Find you everywhere, in every place you're not. Find you everywhere, and I've stopped being surprised. Someone said my name twice, apparently. Before I registered there was a room. The room was there, the conversation conversation was there, and I was somewhere you and I had been. Not choosing to go, just already there. Before the choice of time to interrupt, the thought had a destination and a route, and both of them were you. Lost in thought, and you're where the thought lives. Lost in thought, mid-conversation, you arrived. In thought, in the space between two sentences. Lost in thought, the address is always the same. Lost in thought again. I've developed a specific kind of absence that looks like presence from a certain angle. I'm in the room, responding at the right beats, but I'm also somewhere that the room can't reach. Not choosing to go, just already there. The thought had a destination and a route. Lost in thought, and you're where the thought lives. Lost in thought, mid-conversation, you arrived. In thought, in the space between two sentences. Lost in thought, the address is always the same. Lost in thought again. Being lost is not the same as being gone. I come back. The room is always patient, but between the going and the coming back, you are the whole of where I go. Lost in thought, and I've stopped apologizing for the going. Lost in thought, the mind takes what it needs. Lost in thought, and what it needs is one name only. Lost in thought, the address hasn't changed. Lost in thought, you. Being lost is not the same as being gone. I come back. The room is always patient, but between the going and the coming back, you are the whole of where red light, a delay, a moment without input. And in that moment your whole specific gravity return. Not dramatic, just the simple fact of where the mind goes there. And I've run out of ways to intercept it. I've timed the journey from the nothing to the thinking of you. It takes approximately less time than I'd like to admit. Less time than a breath, less time than a blink, less time than the distance between two ordinary words. And I've been noticing the gaps more carefully. All of them have the same destination. I tried the obvious solutions, all of them at least once, and still the mind found the 30 seconds it required. A red light, a delay, a moment without input. Mind goes there, and I've run out of ways to intercept it. Cost more than the going. A red light, a delay, 30 seconds of quiet, and the 30 seconds already know where they're headed. Regardless of the obstacles, mine goes there. Red light, a delay, 30 seconds of quiet, and 30 seconds already know where they're headed. Every gap the schedule left has your specific gravity. Mine goes there, regardless of the obstacles. Mine goes there. Red light, delay, 30 seconds of quiet, and the 30 seconds already know where they're headed. Every gap the schedule left has your specific gravity. Mine goes there, regardless of the obstacles. Mine goes there. Red light, delay, 30 seconds of quiet, and the 30 seconds already know where they're headed. Every gap the schedule left has your specific gravity. Mine goes there, regardless of the obstacles. Mine goes there. Red light, a delay. It arrived in the exact temperature of a coffee, at the specific angle of a Thursday afternoon. Not because I was looking, not because I was ready, just because it decided Thursday was the day. Memories don't check schedules before arriving. Don't wait for a convenient kind of quiet. They find the moment with the least resistance and walk straight in without removing their shoes. Hindi invitado, nandito ka sa umaga. before arriving. They find the moment with the least resistance. Hindi imbitado, nandito ka sa umaga. Hindi imbitado sa temperatura ng iyong kape. Hindi imbitado sa tawa ng isang estranyo. Hindi imbitado, hindi hilingin, hindi maiiwasan. Hindi imbitado. Ikaw Uninvited is not unwelcome. Those are different words. The memory arrives and I let it have the room. And after it has had the room completely, the room returns to ordinary. Until the next one. Hindi imbitado at tinatanggap na kita. Hindi imbitado, nandito sa bawat sulok. Hindi imbitado sa bawat just the mind confirming that something happened here that was worth keeping. And the keeping surfaces on its own schedule, in the specific quality of suspended afternoon. Try the obvious remedies, all of them at least once. Kept the schedule full enough to crowd you out. Changed the playlist, changed the route, changed the timing, and found you waiting in the new locations too. Not because I summoned you, you're just there. In the hour before the day begins and the day ends. And the space I kept leaving open on accident. And the thought that arises before I'm even awake. Can't stop thinking about the specific way you laughed. Can't stop thinking when the ordinary goes quiet on me. Can't stop thinking, and I've tried the usual remedies. Can't stop thinking, and the trying makes it louder. Can't stop thinking about you. I've had conversations with myself about the thinking, logical measures pointing at the clock. The clock agreed with everything I said, and then you came back in the pause after the clock. Not because I summoned you, you're just there. And the thought that arises before I'm even awake. Can't stop thinking about the specific way you laughed. accepted the address. Can't stop thinking it lives where it's decided to. Can't stop thinking in every quiet pocket of the day. Can't stop thinking you are in every single one. Can't stop thinking about you. Can't stop thinking. I had almost made it through the morning without you. Had gotten to the coffee in the window and the almost fine. And then the almost fine dissolved in the specific pressure of remembering the way you held a mug with both hands always. And I sat there in the dissolving, not fighting it this time, because fighting it has never moved the timeline forward. The dissolving happens on its schedule, and it's brief, and then the morning carries on regardless. I've cataloged the versions of the unexpected you, the aisle 3 version, the rain against glass version, the specific song that has nothing to do with you but does, the hour between tasks where the mind goes unsupervised, and in every version you arrive with the same particular weight. Ordinary, familiar, not the shape of grief but close, and I receive you in the brief space that you occupy you again, and then the morning carries on. I've learned to hold the brief space without bracing, without the full body tension of preparing to be moved, because the moving is brief. It always has been brief, and then the grocery store is just a grocery store again. I sat there in the dissolving, not fighting it this time, and then the morning carries on regardless. In every version you arrive at the same particular weight. Ordinary, familiar, not the shape of haven't learned to live without you yet. The brief space, the particular weight, the receiving, the morning that dissolves and then continues, the aisle and the song and the two-handed mug. You again, and then the day goes on. You again. You again. You again is not an accusation. You again is just an honest description of what happens in the ordinary hours that haven't learned to live without you yet. The brief space, brief space, the brief space, the particular weight, the receiving, the morning that dissolves and then continues, the aisle and the song and the two-handed mug. You again, and then the day goes on. You again. You again is not an accusation. You again is just an honest description of what happens in the ordinary hours that haven't learned to live without you yet. The brief space, the brief space. I had almost made it through the morning without you. Had gotten to the coffee and the window and the almost fine. And then the almost fine dissolved in the specific pressure of remembering the way you held a mug with both hands always. And I sat there in the dissolving, not fighting it this time, because fighting it has never moved the timeline forward. The dissolving happens on its schedule and it's brief, and then the morning carries on regardless. I've catalogued the versions of the unexpected you, the aisle 3 version, the rain against the glass version, the specific song that has nothing to do with you but does, the hour between tasks where the mind goes unsupervised. And in every version you arrive with the same particular weight, ordinary, familiar, not the shape of grief but close. And I receive you in the brief space that you occupy. You again, and then the The feeling doesn't wait for an appropriate moment, doesn't check if I'm prepared or in the right location, doesn't ask if I have room for what it's bringing, just arrives and fills the room and stays exactly how long it stays. I've tried scheduling the feelings into manageable hours, tried containing them to the time I designate for that. And the feelings have found every version of the schedule and ignored it with impressive consistency. Unplanned feeling, arriving in the Tuesday afternoon. Unplanned feeling, in the warmth before the coffee cools. Unplanned feeling, the kind that doesn't ask permission. Unplanned feeling, and I've stopped trying to refuse it. Unplanned feeling. control the schedule of it. The feeling comes when it decides to come, and leaves when it decides to not. A moment sooner. I've tried scheduling the feelings into manageable hours, and the feelings found every version and ignored it. Unplanned feeling arriving in the Tuesday afternoon. Unplanned feeling in the warmth before the coffee cools. Unplanned feeling, the kind that doesn't ask permission. Unplanned feeling, and I've stopped trying to refuse it. Unplanned feeling. You. Unplanned is not the same as unwanted. The plan was just the fiction I was keeping, and the feeling arrives to remind me of the real version, which is that I have no plan where you're concerned. Unplanned feeling, and the planning was the fiction. And the planning, unplanned feeling, arriving on its own authority. Unplanned feeling, I've made my peace with the schedule. Unplanned feeling, it comes when it decides. Unplanned feeling. You. Unplanned feeling. Unplanned is not the same as unwanted. The plan was just the fiction I was keeping. The feeling arrives to remind me of the real version, which is that I have no plan where you're concerned. Unplanned feeling, and the planning was the fiction. Unplanning on its own authority. Unplanned feeling, I've made my peace with the schedule. Unplanning, unplanned feeling, it comes when it decides. Unplanned feeling, you. I've checked the rooms, the routes, the playlist and the hours, looking for the one that doesn't have you somewhere in it. The hour that makes it all the way from start to finish, without the mind deciding to go back on its own. And every room has you positioned in a corner. Every route goes past something from a before. Every song has found a way to hold your frequency, and nowhere has agreed to be the clear one. I've searched the calendar for a day without a trigger, rearranged the furniture, changed the commute, the timing, tried the verb. the ordinary. Nowhere safe, and I've decided that I don't need safe. I've made my peace with the occupied ordinary, with the fact that every corner has a residue of you. Not a haunting, not a wound, just a presence that settled into everything before it knew to ask permission. And every room has you positioned in a corner, and nowhere has agreed to be the clear one. And somewhere in the searching, I stopped needing it to be different, because the nowhere safe became its own kind of honest. A map of how completely you have occupied the ordinary. Nowhere safe, and I've decided that I don't need safe. It's not a complaint, it's the name for what the world looks like when someone has become the whole of how you see it, and the seeing is the only home you have. Every room, every route, every rebuilt commute, every corner I arranged to be without you, every unremarkable hour that wandered back anyway. Nowhere safe, and safe was never what I wanted. Nowhere safe, just you. Everywhere, every room, every route, every rebuilt commute, every corner I arranged to be without you, every unremarkable hour that wandered back anyway. Nowhere safe, and safe was never what I wanted. Nowhere safe, just you. Nowhere safe, and safe was never what I wanted. Nowhere safe, just you everywhere.